Okay. So you can see the screen. It says, purpose of a dream ambassador is help build awareness for our company and exposure opportunities. We want our camps filled. We want our showcases filled. We want our games filled. All right. So as a dream ambassador, you can earn 13% commission on every registration you generate. You'll learn branding and marketing, as I mentioned already, and you'll position yourself for future NIL opportunities. So, you guys all signed up. You should have information that was emailed to you, your database, and also your links that you will use. I will show you in a second how to do that. But like I said, this is big on branding. And as you guys get to college, I know everybody wants to play at the next level. You can use this and leverage what you're doing with us to earn potential NIL deals. And if you do well with us and everybody's signing off your link, you're filling up camps and filling up games, then we know, okay, instead of being someone that is a brand ambassador, we can start doing NIL with you because you showed us that you can build exposure and generate interest for our events and get people to sign in. All right, so that's what this program is all about. So let me move on. So we have two ways that you guys can generate money right now. So if you can see the screen, we have our All-American Games, which is called the Dream Football Classic. And we also have our camp series, which is Recruit Nation. All right, so there's two different ways. We trust that you have great ability and that you know other players can play at a high level as well. So you will be able to share out a link for middle school players and also high school players to potentially sign into our games and you'll get 13%. So if our game just says $1,000 and you get one of your friends or a teammate or someone you train with to sign into the game, then you get $130 for that person signing in. You don't have to tell them that. Just say, here's a link that you can sign up. I'm a part of it, or I feel it's a great opportunity for you. They sign up, you get the commission. We pay the commission out via Zelle or PayPal. So whatever one works best for you, that's what we do. All right, football camps. We have our camp schedule up. All right, it could subject to change because we are just in August and our camps start, in 2026. But for the most part, it's solid. So you'll know the dates and the locations. So you can start getting your links out there to your teammates, your friends. You can go into Facebook groups. You can tweet out and anybody that sees your link and wants to sign up, then you get 13% of any registration off your football camp link. All right, so All American Games, middle school or high school players that you feel can play at a high level, please share. And then football camps, the same thing. We want our camps full, so you can do that as well. Make sure that you share out both links consistently, and that's the best chance to be successful with this program. All right, so All American Games, let me start with that first. All right, so we have the winter games coming up, and some of you guys might be a part of that. And if you are, can't wait to see you guys out there in Texas. We have three games that are going on. So if you see the screen, we have a 12th grade game, senior only game. It's last chance to really shine and get your information out there and be evaluated by college programs. We have an underclassmen game, ninth grade through 11th grade. So if you know anybody who's currently in ninth or 11th that can compete at a high level and wants to play in this game, you can share your link out to them because they can play in that underclassmen game. And then seventh, eighth graders, anybody who's currently a seventh or eighth grader, if you know they can play at a high level, please share out the link to them, get them to sign up. You're doing us a favor. Once again, we don't know everybody in Maine. We don't know everybody in Michigan. We don't know every player in California. So the more qualified people that are sharing out the link, it just helps us fill the games. Like I said, it's helping you in the long run because you can generate revenue for yourself. All right. Now, when you go on the site, all right, and I'll show you in a second when I do a live demo, please do not share the information to positions that are full. All right. It doesn't make sense because they can't sign up. If anybody signs up and the position is full, then we have to tell them, sorry, you have to move to another position. You can't go here. So we put full, do not register. Please make sure that if you are sharing out the link, you're checking this first and seeing what's open and what's not. So if you look at this on the screen, you see there are no quarterback spots for any of the games. And then you see there's no running back spots for any of the games. They're completely full. And as we go forward, there's one spot, maybe two spots for all other positions. So please only share it to people that are willing to play in the open positions. But we have a few that we still need to fill. We're only in August. We still are just starting preseason and the first couple of games in some areas, so it's a lot of time. But we need your help to help fill these games up, and then you can get that compensation. All right, so that's how the games work. We also have a middle school game that will be in the summertime at IMG Academy in Florida, like we just had a little over a month ago. All right, so if you know current fifth and sixth graders, they can play in that game. And then also current seventh and eighth graders this year, they can play in the summer games of 2026 as well. So it's anybody who's in middle school slash elementary school, as you count fifth grade, they can play in those summer games as well. All right, so you can share out winter link, or you can share out the summer link for 2026. All right. Football camps, Recruit Nation, that's our brand. We've been doing it for years and we're all over the country. We try to have 25 to 30 camps nationwide. We hit a lot of the major cities, but we also hit other areas that make sense. And we have a couple of people who are very influential in the area. They have 7-on-7 teams, or they've run some leagues, um, or they know a lot of coaches, high school coaches in the area. It just makes sense to put a camp there. So if you are in that situation and it makes sense for to put a camp in your area, let's do it. Reno, we brought somebody in, they're a league director, and they said, if you put a camp here, I know we can have 80 to 100 kids sign up. All right, so we put a camp in Reno and we did our stuff. We sent messages out and we did our advertisement, but him being boots on the ground, he shared information to everybody out in Reno and it filled up the camp and we were very successful there. So we have our camp series up, but we only put Saturday dates on our calendar. We can do Sundays as well. So we can start adding more dates. If you're in an area and you can help us make it happen, then you'll get more compensation than just 13% of people signing in. If you're doing actual things to help us get the camp up and running, you can earn more from that camp. So just want to put that out there. All right. So this is what the camp will look like when you get on the site. This is the first page. There'll be a video playing. So you'll see that. And then you'll see all the dates and the locations. All right. So if people ask, where are they going to be? What dates? You can see January 1st, Dallas, Texas. That's part of our All American weekend. And then our first one starts in Fort Lauderdale, January 17th. And then we're working all throughout the spring. All right. So if you go on to the Recruit Nation site, you'll see all this. You'll see the dates. You'll see the locations. So you know where to share it out and to who so they can sign up. And you get, as I mentioned, 13% for all camps.
Shannon, can I say something? Can I add something to that really quickly?
Yes, sir.
Guys, like I said, the camps are a great way to earn extra income, especially if you have camps in like a couple of camps in the same geographic region. Take for instance, if you have 50 kids that sign up under your link to come to a camp, that's $986 that you can make off of one camp, you know, with a 13% commission. 50 kids sign up, $986. You get 100 kids, that's double that. So let's just say if we have a camp in Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Florida, and where else? We have another one in Florida in IMG, right?
Yes, we'll have an IMG one for our All American weekend.
So if you do 986 times three, that's $2,958 that you can make just by pushing kids to a camp, you know? So that's pretty good income right there just for three camps in one state.
Yep, makes sense. So we tell people all the time, if you got teammates, share it out. College coaches run our camps. Our main camp director is a coach at Syracuse. He's finding all the D1s if it's a period where they can come. If not, it'll be D2s, NAIs that can give scholarships. We have D3s because that's some people's ceiling. We bring JUCO in, people that need some assistance, but they're learning from high level people. All right, we want great, teaching and great evaluation. So we'll have coaches there. Your teammates, your friends can all benefit from it. High level instruction and to be evaluated. So if you live in Georgia and we're coming to Atlanta, if you have 75 returning guys on your team, share it out to everybody. Say, come out to the camp. It's going to be great. If you played on a youth team, All right, share it to everybody with that youth team and make sure that they are able to sign in, middle school, all that. Share it to everybody that you can. Facebook, they have groups. They have football groups for Georgia, football groups for Florida, football groups for Texas. Put the links in those groups on Facebook. Tweet out to people on Twitter. Just get the link out there as much as possible. And as I mentioned, you get 13%. So as Anthony said, if you have 50 teammates or people that you know that come out and you get 13% commission for every camp, that's almost $1,000 right there that you can get. And you're filling up our camp. So it's a win for everybody. So just want to put that out there. Share out, share out, share out. All right. Now,
Even Shannon, really quickly, one
yes.
more. At 1900, at 100 kids, at a 13% commission, if you were in Florida and you got 100 kids to come to 100 kids a piece to come to 3 camps, that's $5,700. That's $5,700 right there. So just think about that. The more you do, the more it multiplies.
Got you. Yep. Yep. So yeah, definitely share your links out. And it's good money. All right. And then, as I mentioned, you start showing people your database, these different restaurants or businesses as you get into high school, if you have NIL there, if you show you can get 50 people to come to a camp or 100 people come to a camp, you can talk to that donut shop. Hey, look how influential I am. Look how many people click off my database. Look how many people sign up. Hey, I can advertise your donut shop and get people there, buy some coffee, get some donuts, Danishes or whatever, T-Mobile, do cell phones, whatever it is, pizza places, you can show them that you can bring customers to them. So that's what this is about. It's not just helping fill what we have going on. It's also to help you guys out outside of what we do. All right. You're using this platform to, show people how influential you are and how you can help them with their businesses. All right. So you should see the screen. You should have this email. All right. When you guys signed up, my brother, you can see in the top left, Shane Riley. All right. He sends you guys an email that has your database link, and you don't share that out. That's what you click on, and you have a chance to see all the information that you need in your database. You don't send that to people to sign up. There's nothing to sign up on that link. The bottom one, number two, it says this is the one that you share out. All right, so that's the one. If you go back to your email, this is that subject. It says, Welcome to the Dream Football Ambassador Program. Or if you're basketball, it says, Welcome to the Dream Basketball Ambassador Program. Let's get started. So if you're searching for it, just put that in your search, Dream Football Ambassador or Dream Basketball Ambassador, and it will pop up. Number two is the one you want to copy and you want to paste. All right. And that's the one you share all over social media. That's the one you share via email. That's the one you text out. You want to make sure people are signing up. All right. So look for this email. This is your database on number one. Number two is your active link that you guys will be sharing out. All right. Hopefully, you guys understand that. So, I'm going to show you guys a quick demo so you can see what it looks like from my perspective and then what you guys would do in your database. All right. So, give me a second. Go into, okay. So, database. All right. The login details, login. All right. So, this would be your database that you're clicking the login, and it's going to take a little bit of time because we're on Zoom. Give it a second. All right, so I don't use this because obviously I run the company, so I don't use an ambassador link. But if I did, then you'll see like 8 million clicks because I would use mine for advertising and everything else. So this is kind of like a demo one that I'm showing you guys. But you can see once you're in here, all right, it shows how many clicks off of your link. All right, so my link have 1 click so far. It talks about what you get for commissions. All right, you get 13%. And then payout, we're trying to do it at least within 2 weeks of someone signing in, whether it's a game or it's a camp. 2 weeks. All right. Now, sometimes with camps, if someone signs in October and the camp's not until April, we might have to delay some payout because we got to make sure that they come to the camp and they don't say, I want a refund for whatever reason. And we paid you commission, but then they try to get out of it. So we'll work around that. But for the most part, net 15 is when you get it. All right. So 2 weeks. All right, so if you guys have been on, you've seen something like this, this is your database page. All right, now you see sub-affiliates, you don't have any of them. You will see leads and customers. So as soon as people start signing in, they have to put in their name, they got to put in their email and some other things when they buy the camp or they pay for a game. So you'll start seeing customers' names as people buy, you'll see them here. All right. And you'll see how many leads, how much is paid, how much is owed. All that stuff will be under your leads and customers section up top. All right. Commissions, same type of thing. It will show how much you earn. So it's pretty much the same thing. And then media, we have different pictures that you guys can download to use to advertise. All right, so if you can see this screen right here, all right, we have our All-American Combine coming up. We have two different graphics, one light, one dark. All right, you can share that out. Then I'll show you how to put your link on it. And then you guys can make sure that people are clicking on and signing up. All right, the third one, that is the Recruit Nation graphic. Looks kind of like it, trying to keep the branding the same way, but it says 2026 Recruit Nation showcases coming to a city near you. And you can use that graphic. And then anybody who wants to sign up for the game, we just put a graphic of our game in Texas. You can see the stars in the back. You know, that's Dallas. And these are when we're wearing the white uniforms. So you can use this as a graphic if you want to. So we have some media on your database that you can use. And then all you have to do is write your little blurb as a tweet and put your link on there as well. All right. So media's there, your dashboard's there. Let me go back to my dashboard and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So when I'm on my dashboard, you see this link right here. It says copy link. All right. So you just want to copy the link. All right. And then you're going to go and you're going to paste it in your browser, whether it's your phone or computer, and you hit enter. Now it's going to take you to this page. All right. This page you can see. I'm not sure if you can see it, but up top it says Christian 7713. That is my identifying code. Christian's my son. I just put his name on there. But like I said, this is not active. But you would see your name or whatever you use as your ID. All right, it shows that anything off of this page is for you. All right, so you will get credit for anything off this page. Now, there's three things you can use to get paid. All right, so you see on the menu, there's high school All-American, there's middle school All-American, and there's regional combines. All right, so if you can see up top, it might be small, but you can see Christian 7713. As I click regional combines, it stays up here, Christian 7713. So if someone comes on this site and they go all the way to the bottom and they pay for a camp, you would get the commission because it has your ID on there. All right. My ID says Christian 7713. Anthony's, if he had one, would say Anthony
Hmm.
8846. Hank's would say Hank 7523 and so forth. Whatever your numbers are, your name, that's what it would look like. So you got to make sure you are posting this. All right. If you post our regular link that says dreamsportsgroup.net/football camps, you're not getting any commission. We're not going to go back and say, well, let's go and see, and maybe it's yours, maybe it's not. You have to paste your link and make sure that your ID is on it when you're sharing it out. All right, so let me go back. All right, now if I know a high school senior and they can benefit from playing in our game, I'm on my page because up top it says Christian 7713. I click high school All American. You can see the code stays there, Christian 7713. So I can scroll down and I can see what's full. I do not register for running back, quarterback. But if I have someone that's a receiver that's a senior, there's three spots remaining. They could sign up. So once they go to my link
Oh,
and they
that's
click to
cool.
sign up, it stays with you and you get the commission on your site because your ID is there. All right, that's for the high.
So I send the invite from this page, Shannon.
Yes, so you're going to send people to this page. All right, you're going to have your link, and I kind of went over it before you got in, Hank. So
I'm sorry I got late. I was trying to get on and I couldn't figure it out. I got it though.
got you. Okay, so yeah, no worries. I'm recording this, so I'll get it back out to everybody. So it'll show everybody. Middle school, same way. All right, if you click the middle school link, all right, it has middle school video and everything. And then you can see that everything's open because we just announced the middle school game. We just put the dates up there for the summertime. So you can share your link out to anybody because nothing is full yet. Once we get to one or two, then we start putting it red, say one spot available, two spots available. Right now it's open. Anybody can sign in for any position. They're good to go. But you can see how your link is there, and you can post on social media. So what I would do on Twitter, if you guys are looking at me, all right, if I want to do camps, I'm gonna go to regional combines. All right, once I'm on this page, I'm gonna copy my link on the top, and then I'm gonna go to Twitter. All right, so you guys can see me on Twitter. And now I'm gonna call, let me look at Dream. All right, I'm gonna go to Dream All American, and I'm gonna send Dream All American an invite. Right now, I'm just gonna paste in my link. All right, so I will put one of the pictures I have, and then I'll put my link and maybe a blurb, a sign up for the Recruit Nation camp coming to your area, and then I put my link. So anybody that clicks this to sign up, they're going to go to my link, so I get paid. You don't put the dreamsportsgroup.net/football camps. If you don't have your ID, you won't get the credit. So that's how you would do it. You just copy your link, you paste it in there, and then you put a blurb saying camps are coming soon, be evaluated by a D1 coach. Here's the link, here's a graphic, and then hit send. And then now Dream All America has a chance to see the link and say, oh, what is this? Let me click it, let me sign up and go. All your friends, all your teammates, anybody you train with, any youth coach, any youth player, just share it out to as many people and get them to sign up on your link. Just don't do it
And,
once. If you do it on September 1st, do it on September 8th, do it on September 15th, do it on September 22nd, September 29th, do it in October. Just keep going. Get your links out there as much as possible because if they see the link right now, they're going to say, okay, it's a camp, but it's only August. You
and
got to come
also,
back in
Shannon,
September. You got to come back in October, November. Just keep putting your link out there.
And also, Shannon, you see how Shannon has that? If you look under the Dream All American with the check mark and where it says the 2025 Dream Football Classic will be played in AT&T Stadium, right next to where it says Sports, Fitness, and Recreation, you can actually put your link right there so that when people come to your page, and they might say, "Hey, what's that link about?" They can they click on that link and you might passively get somebody that might sign in from that. Because it's always up there. Because people see a link, people gonna be like, "Hey, what's that?" And then they'll look at the link, and then they might see a camp that they might want to go to, and there you have a passive sign up from that as well.
Yep. So that's how you do it. If I was on Facebook and I was about to do it, I would go to, well, I'm on my page. Let me clear this on there. I put in my link and whatever blurb I want. But there you go. I put in a blurb about football or my link about football camps. Recruit Nation pops up, and you see if someone clicks to sign up, it's coming to me. It says Christian 7713. So it stays consistent. You have to use your link, but you'll get people to sign up. All right. So that's what you would do for camps. Same thing for any of the games. Let me go back. All right, so if I'm trying to do a game and I'm talking to a high school player, I'm gonna go on this page, I'm gonna click High School All-American, then I'm gonna copy this link. All right, then I'm gonna go back to Facebook or tweet or text message, and then I'm gonna put in this link. So if I put in the All-American link, now you see something else pops up. All right, it's trying to come up, but it says Dream Football Classic, best showcase, blah, blah, blah. So this is different than the Recruit Nation one. This is sharing out for the high school games. So as long as you can do that, you're good. All right. And then as I mentioned in the database page, let me go back to that one more time. Hold on a second. Once you're on your database page, this is how you copy your link overall to take you to the main page that you use. But if you go to media, and click this, that's when you'll see graphics that you can download to your phone, download to your computer, and then you can share this out with your link. So it just gives more context. If you're sharing out about Recruit Nation, you're going to download this middle one here and share it out. If you're sharing out about our All-American games, you probably want to use this picture that shows us in AT&T to go along with your link. So just use some of these for media if you want. Type up your own blurb, add your own blurb that you want. I can't talk like the kids. I'm old man, so I'm not cool. But you guys that are, 17, 18, or if you're 25 or whatever age you are in here, you know the lingo. Put whatever you want to type in there, but add your link, add a graphic so they could sign up. All right, so that's what I wanted to go over, just so you guys understand how that works. Soon as someone signs in, we get notification, you get a notification as well. So continue tracking your dashboard and your commissions. Within 2 weeks, that's when the payout will come to you. All right, 13%. So if you have $1,000 game, you get $130. If you have 5 teammates that want to come down with you to Texas, they sign up off your link. That's 130 times five. If you can get, as Anthony said, 50 kids to come to a camp in your area, all your teammates, all your friends, they all come to a camp. That's $1,000 for 50 people to sign up off your link. So it's decent money to be made. But as I mentioned, this is what you use down the line because you're all going to go to college. You're all going to play the game that you love at the next level. NIL is serious, and you guys understand that. You can use this as a portfolio. This link will always be open. All right. So if you have this link and you can show someone that 59,000 people clicked on your link, all right, because it will show here, it shows clicks. All right. And then it shows how many people became customers. You can show them that you have, like I said, a great influence in your area and that people are signing up. People want people that can sell products for them. So if you can do that with us, you can show them you can do it for anybody else, and that's where you get the money. So just wanted to share that with you guys. We want to get you guys active and be part of what we have going on. All right. The more our game gets filled up, the better. And then the more money in your pocket, the better. And the more marketing and branding you guys have, the better. Doesn't matter if you're a player or a parent, anybody can do this. All right. If you're a parent and you just want to share it out to parents in the boosters group, and then 25 kids say, hey, this is something we want to do and go to a camp, hey, you get the commission for it. You shared it out, but they're going to get a great camp led by college coaches. So it's going to help them. If you want to share it out to your parent group or on your Facebook page, parents, and a couple of people sign up for the game, now hopefully you're sharing it to people that can play at a high level and they just aren't rookies out there and can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So we're putting hope in your hands that you're sharing with people that can play. So we want to make sure that is known as well. We don't want just people signing up just to sign up. So if you can play at a high level and you know other people, share it to them. Just don't be sharing it out there and we get people that can't play the game. We got to make sure that they can compete at a high level. They don't have to be all Americans. They don't have to be 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, all that stuff. But they got to be decent player. All right. I wasn't, 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star. I wasn't any star, but I was 6'2", about 180, and I knew I could play the game, but no one knew who I was. So I needed camps like this, and I needed games to get my stuff out there. So if you have someone that can play, they don't have to be highly rated and all that, but if they can play the game, share it to them. Let's get them down to Texas. Let's get them to IMG. Let's get them to the camp. So at this point, I'll open up any questions. All right, I'll open up for like 2 minutes. Any questions that you guys have? If it's self-explanatory, that's good. Hopefully, I covered everything. I will put this recording back out there so anybody who is an ambassador tomorrow, once I get the recording, I will send you guys a text link and an email link straight through our system so you guys will get it and you can review it. So I just want to let you guys know that you can do that. But any questions that you guys have, you can unmute if you have them. Just 1 minute. If there's nothing, I'm just gonna say thank you guys for getting on, and we'll move forward. Anthony, you got anything else to add before logging off?
No, it's just I'm gonna tell you guys, it's a pretty good way to make money. And before I was where I was at, this is what I was doing. I was doing this, and it makes significant income. And one thing that you should do is if you guys are playing in the game, learn your product. Learn the product as well, because if you're playing in the game, the more you or you're in one of our systems, like the more the better it will be. So if somebody asks you a question, you'll be able to answer it straight up. You'll be able to say, hey, well, if you're living in Florida, where's our camps at? Oh, well, we have one at IMG Academy, we have one at Fort Lauderdale, and we're having one in Orlando. That's a question that a lot of people will ask, because they might want to go to multiple camps, things like that. Like, go back to that, Shannon. Go back up a little bit. Like, see that right there where they say, hey, what's the camp timeline? Say, hey, the camp is from 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock. I mean, to 12:30 p.m. People will ask that. And then like, just, anything that you plan on, putting out there, just make sure you learn a little bit about it. So, it mitigates having to either come to me or Shannon or somebody else, trying to do it. And it will make for better sales. I promise you that. Puts more money into your pockets.
Cool. So we don't have any questions. So at this time, I want to thank everybody for getting on. There's quite a few people that want to get on, still have practices. West Coast is a little early. I understand it's like 5 o'clock or whatever. So we kind of only pick the time we can pick and hope people can get on. So hopefully this was helpful. Please get started as soon as possible. What we're going to do is the first person that gets someone, well, let's see. I'll do 3 people. First one to get 3 people in, bonus. I'll come up with what that is. I'm gonna shoot out an email tomorrow and say this is gonna be a bonus. First one that gets 3 people into a camp, I'll figure out that bonus. It'll be financial bonus and it'll be a merch bonus. So I'm not gonna say what it is here. Let me think on it. But I want to give competition to get people in. All right. So we do it with camps. And then we have our games as well. If you get somebody in, first person gets someone in the game, we'll do something there. So give me time to think on it and process that. But tomorrow I'll have the link for this recording, and then I'll have what that bonus will be. All right. So I want people being active. I know just sending out an email and saying, here's your information and go, that doesn't work. You guys got to really see some things. That's why we do this meeting. So my plan is once a month, just circle back, seeing where people are, asking if answering any questions you have. We'll have new graphics in there, new initiatives, new bonuses, new things as we talk as a group. We'll start getting that going so we can get some friendly competition, see who's getting the most clicks, who's getting the most signups, who's really pushing this thing out there. So, um, I thank you guys once again for your time getting on and be on the lookout tomorrow. Email and a text with links and additional information. All right. Everybody good? All right, guys. You guys have
Yes,
a great
sir.
week and we will follow up. All right. Thanks for your time.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you.